Good evening. I'm Tim, and today I will be doing a demo of Approval Manager 365, our corporate approval system based on Office 365. This system was built for automating the internal contract request approval processes for your company and to present information about every step of it to your employees as the process continues. Works in two stages. First, we create the request for approval, and in the second, the request gets processed over time. The main system features are its multi-language options, support for both sequential and parallel approvals, working with digital signatures, keeping a contract register, saving documents in PDFs with watermarks. All you need to work with it are an Office 365 subscription with SharePoint enabled and a browser. We will be using Google Chrome. So let's take a look at the system interface. After launching the system, we have the main page here. On the left, we will always have the menu. The workspace is in the center, and we have a status line right here on top. So uh, the menu has four sections. My request, which is a request that the current user has submitted. My tasks, which is information on all the requests that the user is involved in. Lists, this is system stuff for types of legal entities and types of individuals, contract types, and so on that you can fill out in your approval process, and settings, which lets us manage the roles and matrices involved. Above the menu, you'll see the status line. On the right side, you can see the name of the user currently logged in. That's me. The search field and the exit button. On the left, you have the system logo, clicking on which will always just take you back right here to the main page. The menu logo and system name are there at the top of every page. And to exit the system, we recommend clicking the button, but you can also just close the window. On the right of the menu is the workspace with all the information, all the requests we're currently involved in. Right now, there's nothing there because we are not, we haven't created anything yet, but we'll get to that shortly. So we also have the create contract button, which we'll get to well, create the contract. To begin working, we first need to define the roles for every user involved in the approval stage. So let's get to it. We click on the roles under settings. And this is the list of the roles available now. And we just click add to make a new one. We'll call this one demo role and assign it to ourselves. We just click the little save icon here to create a button. Sorry, to create the role. With any role, you can edit it. This just brings up the exact same window, or delete it if you'd like. Note that you need to create all the roles that you need to approve of ahead of time before you create the contract matrix. But also keep in mind that you can, in fact, assign multiple roles to one user. So you know what? Let's create a second one for us just to delineate it. We'll call this demo role 2 and also assign it to us. Excellent. So having created all the roles that we need, everyone involved at every stage of the approval process, we can create the type of process itself. We call these the matrix. And yeah, so creating it works the same way as the users do. We click add to create it. Here we have the title, which we will call this the demo process because we will be using it in this demo. The process type that we define ahead of time, it's either parallel, sequential, or mixed. Sequential meaning the next step of the process will only begin after the previous step has been approved, whereas parallel lets you split it out and let different roles approve simultaneously. Mixed combines the two, most commonly used, I would say, uh, just for the sake that, say, overall it is sequential, but there are steps that can be covered with 3 to 5 users at the same time, where time is not an issue. We will be making this sequential for ease of use. We'll create the first stage, first step with ourselves in the first demo role. We'll say 5 days to approve, and click the little plus to add another step, right? So right now our matrix only has one step. Let's add a second step to it. We'll add a different role, demo role 2, and let's say 3 days to approve. Once again, we add a little plus. And then we just save the whole thing by once again clicking the save icon here. Excellent. Just as with roles, we can click it and edit it to bring up the exact same window. We can delete any step at a time. Right. Let's get to creating the actual contract. So we go back to the main menu. Sorry, to the main page, and we finally get to click the create contract button to bring it up. Now let's talk about this interface for a second. At the bottom, we have in the approver sections the initiator, which is ourselves, because we have created this current contract. We need to define it as sequential and choose the approval process, the matrix, which we have created, demo process. Here it is. Excellent. Now, on the main aspects of itself, we have three tabs. General, which includes your counterparties. Main, which includes the price and the due date for the entire process itself, and attachments, where we can add a file, attach a file, uh, perhaps the text of the contract itself, perhaps images of the materials you're buying, or videos of services rendered, or whichever. Um, so going back to general, we need to assign a number to our contract. So let's go with 8675309. We need to assign the date for creation. Let's go for Boxing Day, December 26th this year, 2025. The contract types, which can be defined in lists over here, will be selecting agreement. A contractor will be a legal entity, and for the purpose of this demonstration, we will make it PepsiCo. Right. Onto the main page. Sorry, the main tab. Note that we can create but not send the approval process yet. Creating saves it as a draft, which you can access later. So let's do that now. But note that until every field with a little star next to it, like here, is filled out, the approval process cannot begin. So we can't click send. So let's go back here onto the main page, and we can see that we have a draft created by me that we can continue filling out. So let's do that. The contract subject will be demonstration. The due date will be once again December 26, 2025. It will cost us $1 with no advance, and the VAT type is set to 10%. Once again, all of these are set up under the lists section. One more thing, note that we have had requests from our clients to be able to create counterparties, legal entities from this screen. This is not available in this specific demo build, but it is available on request. Right. Having filled out the entirety of the general tab, the entirety of the main tab, and anything attachments if we'd like, we would like nothing, we can click send to begin the process itself. Now, if we return to our main page, we now have created by me has this particular process because we are the initiator in it. We didn't change that. And we also have waiting for my approval, which is the contract. It would be under my tasks. So here, if we click on approving under my requests, we can see that the contract that we started, contract 13, is currently being processed. And if we go to my tasks, we see that contract 13 currently needs our approval. So let's go ahead and open it so we can give it the approval itself. Double click. Here we have the same screen as before with the general and the main attachment tabs. The only change is that we can't change anything because we didn't initiate this contract. We have step 1, step 2, and so on, approvers. On the bottom right, you can see we have a history where the request has been created. That's when we saved it as a draft, and that it's been sent to the demo process matrix, which requires me and me for approval. At any stage of the approval, we can take a look at everything we need and then comment if anything needs to change, if anything doesn't need to change, and then approve or reject it. So this is good. So we will say step 1 is fine. and approve it. Note that we also have a chat function if you would like to communicate with the other approvals, especially if it's something done in parallel. It's now closing a task and sends notifications. Note that whenever the approval step that you are responsible for is started, you get a notification and email from the system. And if you take longer than you are supposed to, if you remember, we set that to 5 days for step 1 and 3 days for step 2, then it will also send you notifications about being in violation of the appropriate time. So we're at step 2. So let's go back to our active list and open the contract for step 2. You can see that step 1 has been approved in the history. So let's go ahead and approve the step 2 as well. This step is also quite good. And then hit approve. Once again, this sends a notification back to the initiator, who will learn that every step has been completed and the overall contract has been approved. Now, on the left here, under my requests, the ones that we have started, because we're in the initiator, we can see that it is now listed in the approved section, and we can open it up and it'll give us all the information that we had. Note that the history has also added, also increased, that step 2 has been completed as well. You can click approval sheet from the history. This will open up a printing page, which will print a PDF of everything involved, all the roles involved at every step, the resolution, whether approved or rejected, and any comments they have. So this is like a brief summary of the approval of the contract with the date, the contract number, however you do your internal company bookkeeping, and the counterparty that we're dealing with, PepsiCo. We're not going to print it because we don't necessarily need it, but this is the step itself. So this is the general walkthrough for our process. As you can see, this is pretty straightforward. It's easy to use. All operations are done online through the Office map. If you would like to give it a try yourself, don't hesitate to contact us. We will give you demo access. We'd also love to hear from you about our product, and we can discuss additional functions that can be tailored to your company specifically. Thank you very much for your time.